church. Good afternoon. Chaplain Jim here. Hey, I was just practicing a little bit of my climbing skills. I'm starting short and getting up here, so I'm kind of stuck up here. So anyway, I want to bring you a minute to mission today, and we're going to look at Romans 8:28. I've entitled it Puzzled. So what I've noticed, church, is that a lot of people right now, you're bunkered in your homes and doing things. We're all doing puzzles at home. Well, I don't know, they're making a comeback. I wish I would have invested in the puzzles right now. But anyway, hey, Diane and I got some puzzles, and we've been doing them. And why? I want to bring up one thing. Pam Story did one like 1,000 or 5,000 pieces. It was over her whole dining room table. I don't know how long it took her, or she's finished. But anyway, Diane and I were working on one, and we were almost complete. And it had pretty much it all done, but we had these 2 holes in the puzzle. And we're going, well, there's like 20 pieces left. They must be there. And we kept, every day we couldn't find them. And it was boggling. It just puzzled me, right? Well, I want to take you to Romans 8:28, because just as a puzzle could puzzle you, sometimes life puzzles us, right? We get frustrated. Things aren't going right. We're stuck at home, and then you start to say, why me, God? Why is this happening? You know, and how do we answer that? Well, guess what? Paul takes us and reminds us in Romans 8:20 by this verse. Listen to this. It says, and we know that in all things God works for good of those who love him. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to underline in all things. And God doesn't say some things, or he doesn't say most things. He says all things will be for good. Think about that. That is awesome. Well, you know, he uses different things in our lives, and we don't always see what the good is going to come out of that, do we? And you know, he doesn't answer all of that, but he's there for good. Sometimes a year or 2 later or later on in life, we say, oh, I remember that incident where I was frustrated and calling on him. And then he answered that in a later date. So think that way. Well, in these times, we need to trust God and know that he will fit every piece of the puzzle of your life together for what? For ending with a beautiful picture of your life. How special that's going to be one day to see. Well, I want to challenge you to read this week all of Romans 8. It's a very comforting and caring scripture in Romans 8. And I also want you to do me a favor, church. Memorize Romans 8:28. Just know that all things God wants to work for good in your life. Well, church, thanks for watching. God bless your week.